Thank you.
Do you have Lucy there too?
Well, she's in the living room right now.
Oh, okay. She watching her favorite show?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you have Lucy there too?
That means we're on live. That's the rebroadcast.
Are we doing 1436?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the PID on that?
88-105-32.
Thank you.
Q1, Q2.
Wait, Charlie, say it one more time, please.
Q1, Q2.
Oh,
the
no.
ID?
Yeah.
88-105-32.
It's case ID 1436.
Got it. Thank you. Robert, did you find it?
Yes.
Do I? Is she okay? Oh, is that who it is? Oh. Ah. It's cute. It's got that gap too, the tooth gap. Yeah, the little gap. Which comes out. For who? Really? It's built back, and I imagine they're Ramona.
What?
Crab ins, are they open again or not?
Who?
Crab in.
Crab in. Crab in.
I believe they are.
Oh, they're open?
I think so. If Linda comes in, she could tell you for certain.
Oh, she did. Hey, Linda.
Yes.
Is Crab Inn open again or not?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Do they do
We were
takeout?
debating the issue.
Do they do takeout?
What's that?
Do they do takeout?
I'm sure they do. They did before, and it was good. Of course, the Boiling Pot has the best takeout.
I don't know. Crab Inn's pretty darn good.
The district representative will.
Oh my gosh, we got Ray. He looks
You
so
ready?
happy to be here.
Okay.
I figured that's what it was.
Opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1436, account 88-105-32. We have some administrative we need to go through. This hearing is being recorded. We are the appraisal review board hearing your protest today. Robert, Cindy, Kathy, myself, and Ramona's on Zoom on the board.
Okay.
Ray is the district representative. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. The survey may be completed using the survey form and emailed to pcad.communications@cpa.texas.gov or online at surveymonkey.com/r/surveyarb. Survey is voluntary, but we do appreciate it if you take it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. Do we have all your evidence?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66F.
I, Captain Housman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with a person in violation of tax code 41.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66F.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66.
Thank you.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect. And I'm physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm the notary public who is witnessing Ms. LeBlanc's signature via Zoom, physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
So Ms. Collins, if you will state your name and then read that statement there.
I, Linda Collins, do solemnly swear to or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Thank you.
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal of the board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
I have to ask you, do you hold a license as an appraiser in the state of Texas?
No.
Thank you. Glued to the table, under your papers,
Yes.
is the procedure that we'll use for this hearing.
Okay.
You get to choose whether you go first or the district goes first.
You can go first.
Right?
Sure. Property is located in Islands of Rockport. That's correct, right?
Yes.
My tablet here refreshed and it had a different property, but it's 1025 North Isle.
Yes.
And
So this is just land?
this is just land, yes it is. And the protest form here is marked incorrect appraised market value. So the market value is under question. If you look at the ACAD evidence, we have a value of 314,000. And we're going to comp a few of them here. We have 3 comps from Islands of Rockport. They're all in Islands of Rockport. So comp number 1 is a sale that happened in 19, sold for $199. If you look at the bottom of that grid, sort of the important part here on these, you'll see that comp number 1 sold for $24 a square foot, $24.80, right? So then comp number 2 sold for $35 a square foot. I believe comp number 2, Scott, pull up a picto.
That's a bayfront.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. I'm working that direction.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's not a problem. But she's right. Ms. Collins is correct.
Okay.
So everybody can see on this map. If you'll zoom out, Scott, we're the only thing under protest is market. So we'll spend a little bit of time just let everybody see where we're at here. Y'all want the light on or off? Or?
Linda, can we try it with at least just half the rim off and
That's
see?
fine. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Can you still see your paper?
I think so.
Okay.
So the picto's a little weird here. It doesn't, I don't know what's going on. It doesn't
I don't
have
know.
PIDs or anything on it. But I'm fairly certain that is the subject, and I'm fairly certain that this is comp 2.
The one
Or is
that's
it
the
this
pie
one?
shaped.
This is comp 2?
Mhm.
Okay. That's comp 2, that's comp 1. You'll notice, I didn't want to make you guys think that someone paid $35 a square foot for one of those lots. I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out. Someone did pay $24 a square foot for one of those lots.
Just a few doors down.
Yeah, just down. Right.
just a little bit further.
Yeah, it's
down.
just, it's right
Like 3
there.
lots
Okay.
Yeah,
over.
and then comp number 3 is on Grand Cayman also. Sold for $269, that's $32 a square foot. Grand Cayman is one of the roads that's parallel with the intercoastal waterway. The median value from these comps comes out to 273, which is below our market value of 314. And I'm not gonna get into equity, it's not under protest, so I'm just gonna move on and say that I'll stop right there. District opinion is 273,920 at this point.
All right, so now Linda, you're gonna get 2 hours, oh my God. You get 2 minutes to cross-examine, and then you get 5 minutes to present. So a total of 7 minutes.
Okay,
And you're just trying to convince us why we should lower it.
okay. So you said, all right, you said 1,002 Grand Cayman sold for what price?
Let me go back to it, I'm not sure, I can get there real quick though.
273.
Yes,
What-
no, we had 1002 Grand Cayman, we have it as 269, unverified listing, so we took a percent of list to determine that value.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you have a more accurate number,
Yes,
if
it
you-
sold for 245.
there you go, we didn't know, like
Wait,
we're
which
finding out
one?
right now.
Which
One.
one?
Comp number 3.
Number
Okay.
3.
So let's just take a second here to do that. It's not too complicated really to do. Is if that was sold for, if the sell price was actually 245, we divide that sell price by the square footage. It's gonna change that per square foot value by $2. Almost $3, taking it down to 30.01, let's just say 30, right? And then it is going to, if you notice, comp number 3 is the median. So comp number 3 is now gonna change to essentially 245. It's not worth making it more difficult than that. 245, so Scott, what would be the new median? Let me see the other, oh, I can see it, I'm sorry. The new median would be, what would be
It's it.
245? It wouldn't change, it would still remain the median. So now the district's opinion, can I see that paper real quick? Oh, I have it over here, don't I? Would be 245. Because that's an unverified list right here. Tell me if y'all can see that. That's a UBL. It's us taking a percent of list to determine a value because we don't have access to MLS. So that's how we do it.
Yeah, the board took that away from you.
Yeah, so we have we had that at probably 90% of the list is the way we calculated the land.
Okay.
So 245, that's good. That's a good number.
Can we see how far down 1041 North Isle is from her?
She hasn't finished presenting her evidence yet.
Where's 1041 on there?
This is her time.
Just this side of that house, 1 or 2 lots down from the house that's built on the end.
Scott?
Almost at the end of Canal.
3
Put the
lots.
parcel numbers on there?
Oh, like
They
it's
should
the
be,
third lot,
it's-
but,
I
Is it just
don't know
not
why it's
working?
not.
I'm pretty sure it's,
okay.
I'll try to get
All
it
right,
on
so
there.
you've got 4 minutes left, Linda.
okay. So in what was sent, there was also just comps from other areas, so I had included those in the packet, but that's fine if we don't use those. The other thing is there's active listings for lots out there on the market, priced at $170,000. And I don't know, 2020 sales count, but there's another sale right close to me that sold for $199. And then another one that just sold for No, wait, I'm sorry, not another one for 199, one for 174.9 at 1037 North Aisle,
Wait, how much did it sell for?
174.9.
We have a couple there on St. John's Court that are at 170, is that correct?
Yeah, that's the active listing price.
And one at 129 on the Wayne Vita.
And then there was a recent sale at 1006 Grand Cayman for 185,000. So unfortunately, the pricing trend is going down out there.
Okay, so the one, there was one that was like a number or two down from yours, it sounded like.
1037 is lot, and that was on the market 435 days. That's lot 10, and I'm lot 7? I'm lot 7. So there's 2 lots in between, the one that sold for 174.9.
Okay. And that one right there is on the market for what?
The one that's circled just sold for 174.9.
174.9, and it was on the market for how many days?
435.
Okay.
So what is your opinion of value?
I think it should be closer to the 174.9. That's the most recent, and then the 199, there's lots on the market for 170. I wish it were valued at 14. I'd put it on the market and sell it.
Anything else you want to add? Any other information? Yes, on?
Not that I can think of. Not real sure how this goes exactly.
Okay, so now the district has 2 minutes to cross-examine and 2 minutes to rebut.
Ms. Collins, or Linda,
Yes.
when was the sale, the 1037 North Aisle 174? When did that one take place? Is it in here?
That was just June 22nd of this year.
Wow.
Okay, so that's June 22nd. And was that Dane Luce's lot?
No, that was the one for 199 that sold last year.
Yeah, the one that you talked about maybe kind of at the beginning. When you said the 199 sale, were you talking about Dane's?
Dane Luce's,
Okay.
yes.
That was Dane's, and we knew about that one.
Mhm.
You know, it was Dane's opinion that, I think he may have even said under oath in here, but basically his opinion was he wasn't getting a fair shake, because if somebody came in there to buy a lot, the organization there would, the developer would show the lots that they own and not necessarily show his.
Mhm.
So he was pretty frustrated, because I guess, you know, he's maybe paying HOA fees.
Yes.
And so.
Well, and the developer is not there anymore. So
Right,
that's
right, there
not the
was-
situation anymore.
Right. So the Grand Cayman for 185,
Yes.
Where's that?
when did that one sell?
That was June 26th of this year.
Those were both happened in June?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and which one is that? Do you know there on Grand Cayman?
I don't know.
Grand Cayman is that road way down there at the bottom.
Let's see what,
It's
yeah,
the
it's
one
right here.
near the water?
It's gonna be the canal side, obviously. And
It's
so,
88-10535.
85?
88, what says oh, sorry. Hold on. 88-10548.
okay,
So the
Oh,
second one,
one
yeah.
in.
okay.
Right there.
And I didn't hear where the $170,000 sale was.
No, that's active on the market.
That's active. Where is that? Which one is
On
being listed?
Fiji, there's a few of them.
That are there on Fiji?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah,
And then I think there's actually some that are still developer owned on Grand Cayman Court that
yeah.
are around that
Is
same.
your lot listed right now? Was it listed?
No.
It hasn't been?
No.
Okay. So, just so that you know, the appraisal district, we generally know that our land values aren't right in there. We know that. We know that there's something not right. But we haven't been able to figure it out. Literally, we just stood pat because it's a little more difficult than you think, changing land values, because you don't want to swing values. You don't want to swing values down.
Right.
And then the next year you swing values up and you look foolish to the state, but you also annoy a lot of people. So we just left everything in here. It would surprise me if those lots, it's surprising to me that those lots sold for what they sold for. That's very surprising. So
Me as well.
I think, my opinion is that that's a $240,000 lot, but I don't know why it's selling the way it is. And that's why you're here, is these guys can make a decision now. I'm still not willing to say that you own a $175,000 lot. I'm just not willing to go there. I'm too hard-headed. I don't see it. I don't think that's right. I think something's not right about that.
I paid $203 for the lot when I purchased it.
Right. Are you a prudent buyer?
That's what they were asking for.
That's what
at
they
the
were
time.
asking.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I
It's
bought
just
it from the
surprising.
developer.
It's just surprising to me.
And I do know at one time, they were selling for,
Yeah.
300,000.
Yeah.
It's been
Just
several years ago.
to move along,
Okay.
the district doesn't have any other opinions.
Okay.
I think y'all heard everything.
Okay, so now you've got 2 minutes, and then you'll go to your closings. You've got 2 minutes if there's something else you want to say.
I do definitely think the lot value is closer to 200, not 300. And like I said, unfortunately, my husband wants to sell the lot, but I'm not gonna sell it when the prices are down like this. So
Sure.
I honestly wish it was worth $314,900,
Mhm.
because we're just paying the HOA fees and property
Mhm.
taxes, and
Mhm.
we would put it on the market and sell it.
So now the district gets 1 minute to close.
The district is closed.
Okay.
We're
You've got 1 minute to close if you want to say anything else.
What else there is to say?
All right, so now the appraisal review board, we have 5 minutes to talk about it.
Okay.
I think 200 is,
I think somewhere between 175 and 200, because,
I think 200's a good number. It's not at the end of the canal. That would make me pay less.
I was gonna suggest 200.
all right,
I make a little more, but she showed some good proof of what's. for
Yeah.
sale.
Right.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
it's current market.
yes, it is.
It's the
Yeah.
Prove that. Okay, so on account number 8810-532, looking at the possibility of an incorrect appraised market value based upon what we heard from the district and what we heard from the property owner, I make a motion that we lower the value, the land value to $200,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I,
See, and we didn't bite you or anything.
Good evidence.
Yeah, you gave us very good evidence. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
appreciate it.
I appreciate that very much.
All right, so if you would, you'll get something in the mail that'll reiterate the amount. You're done. I mean, that's it. You're through.
Okay,
But you will get something in the mail,
okay.
and it'll just state that new value of 200,000. And also, if you would fill out a survey on the ARB,
Yes.
we really would appreciate it. And when you walk up front, Val in the green shirt, she can like tell you, or she can give you the survey to just real
Survey
quick
form?
fill it out.
She can basically do anything you want.
Yes, she's awesome. She is
Okay,
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye, thank you.
Telephone.
What number do you know?
1361,
Awesome.
Top of page 3.
That's
55085.
Hey, do you know, did they still have to
Scott.
build within 2
Is this
years?
the, sorry, say again?
55085.
Apparently not gonna sell it,
I
so
know.
I would doubt that.
I know, but I mean, that was their big,
I know.
wow.
I doubt I think they removed that or they're.
Maybe when
there'd be
Kiki
more
got out of
buildings
it,
there.
maybe they changed it. Wow.
Yeah,
All right, I've got the person here. Do you have paperwork? Are you ready to admit?
Huh?
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
I'm ready.
Yes. Mr. Castillo,
Yes, sir.
this is Charlie Powers at the Appraisal Review Board. How are you today?
I'm doing good, sir. How you doing?
We've got some administrative to go through before we get to the heart of the matter, so just follow along. I may have a few questions along the way.
Okay, sounds good.
We're opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1361, account 55085. This hearing is being recorded. We are the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing your protest today. At the table are Robert Dayton, Cindy Duck, Hoffman, Charlie Powers, and Ramona LeBlanc with us by Zoom. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. The Comptroller's office provides an electronic survey for you to offer feedback about your experience today that may be accessed at the appraisal district office or online at surveymonkey.com/r/surveyarb. Survey is voluntary. We do appreciate if you take it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. We have all your evidence, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66.
I, Cindy Dutt, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and am signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name is Val Smith. I'm notary public. I'm witnessing Mr. LeBlanc's signature via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath. Mr. Castillo, I am assuming that you are under oath for the duration of this hearing as you signed the affidavit. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Do you hold, I'm sorry, Ray.
I request that you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Mr. Castillo, do you hold a Texas appraiser license?
Mr. Castillo?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I didn't know it was towards me.
Or do you own a Texas appraiser license?
No, sir, I don't.
Thank you. Do you have handy, or can you put your hands on the chart called hearing procedure times that came with your package?
Okay, yes, sir. I have it right in front of me.
Yep, very good. You'll notice there are basically two sections to it. Would you like to go first, or would you like the district to present first?
You just start with the first one, sir. That's fine with me.
Okay.
Mr. Castillo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Can you tell me, how certain you are that the mobile home will be torn down?
Well, I keep in contact with them from week to week. I know it takes about 2 years for them to get to you. I'd say it's pretty close to a year that I've been waiting. I have a website that I log on. It basically just they update it from time to time. I call them every 3 weeks or so. I call them just to touch bases with them, see how everything's going. Right now the status is I know Aransas got their third funds, and they are currently working on the homes right now. So they're just going by the list as you applied on the application. So they can't tell me. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You know, I don't want to get into a debate on market value and equity on the damaged home. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is, can you tell me with absolute certainty that that mobile home will be destroyed sometime in the next 2 years?
I'd say about 80%. I'm sure, sir, because like I said, I have all the paperwork and I have a website for me personally with my password, and I talk to them. So I guess you could say about 80%, sir.
Okay, sir.
That's fine, Eric. Listen, man, my opinion is that the value of this place is $40,000 total. That's my opinion.
As a whole?
The whole thing, the land and everything, $40,000. I don't want to market and equity approach to value for a damaged mobile home, just wasting everybody's time.
Right.
So the district rests at $40,000.
Okay.
Up to you, Eric. Can you try to get lower than that?
I would say about 30,000, sir, but like I said, it's gonna end up changing in the future, anyways, of course. But I will more or less estimate it around there, sir. I would say, because with the damages, the floor damage, the ceiling damages, yeah, I wouldn't be able to see myself saying it for that much.
Are you living in this place?
Yeah, yes, sir. But yes, ma'am. But there's like switches, lighting that you turn on, and then it dims in other rooms because it's pulling electricity from for the other rooms. You know what I mean? It's got electrical issues, it's got ceiling issues and floor issues. Yes, ma'am. But it's livable.
But you're living in it?
It's a house.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All I'm saying, guys, is that district rest at $40,000.
What is that house?
That's
That's
a
it.
house being built
He's saying
next
that's a
door.
mobile home.
This is a mobile home.
It's
This is a house
it's an
behind it. What is that?
it's about an 84 double wide mobile home. It's an old model. It's an 84.
It's a mobile home.
Okay.
They rest. They're
They
not
rest.
saying anything else.
You
So-
missed time.
Okay, so, Mr. Castillo,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me why you think the value should be 30,000. You've got 7 minutes. Tell us why you think the value should be 30,000.
I haven't done any improvements to the house, and the damages are still done. And I just, like I said, if I were to turn around and try to sell it for 40,000 with the damages, with the condition it's in, and nothing's been fixed, that would be my answer, ma'am.
Are you getting one of those GLO homes?
It's basically they're called the Government Home Association program. Well, my neighbor next door, right next door from my house, they actually had theirs torn down and demolished, and they had their house built. So I'm with the same program as well, as same as the neighbor and the other side of my neighbor's house, which is 2 houses down. That gentleman right there is on the same program as well. So this area right here is gonna. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, ma'am.
When did you move into this home?
Say about 17 years ago, ma'am.
You moved into it 17 years ago?
About give or take about 17 years, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Accepted you into that GLO, like, have you gotten a thing saying, yes, they're going to build you a house?
No, and the evidence indeed doesn't show that.
Well, I gave you guys a copy of the application, and like I said, right now it's a process. So right now where we stand is they go by the list as you applied, and then they'll send a coordinator and to get a hold of you, and they'll be mailing some paperwork once it's signed. But right now they're kind of just going by the list with everybody. But this is going to be the third fund that program got. This is the last of the funds. They've already gone twice.
So he's on, he's
Like I said, the paperwork I gave you guys, you can see my name's on there. It's basically saying I'm on the list. So that's
Well,
pretty
on
much
the-
proof right
on
there.
the-
That,
On the paper from the homeowner assistance thing, it just says, dear applicant.
I'm trying to find it right now. Because on there, you'll see that they even gave me a website for me to log on and created a password, so I'd be able to go on there and look for updates.
I don't see that.
I'm looking through my paperwork. Right now. Right here it says, yes, sir.
Are you living in the house?
Yes,
Yes,
he's
sir, I
living
am.
in the house.
Yes, sir. It says it right there on the bottom on the second page where it says you may also access your application on, and then it has the website. It's giving you the website and the password of the email address. It's on the
I
second
don't
page,
see it.
man. It's got there's 3 pages. It's gonna be on the second page, man.
Do y'all see it?
I see, it's just their general
The
letter,
one that says, dear applicant, right?
right, it doesn't have his name or anything.
No website
No,
or
on the
anything.
on the
And then we have the
second page.
deed from Com.
Yes, if you look at the first one, it says dear applicant, but if you go to the second page, it has my name. It continues.
The second page that we have is the deed from Mr. Wynn to you.
Oh no, there's 3 pages on the homeowner assistance program. There's 3 pages.
Oh, we only got one.
For the money.
Scott, do you have anything more than that?
I'm looking, I don't.
Well,
It says dear Mr. Castillo, and then it's basically telling you since your email was not provided on this application, we created an email address in order to process your application in our database. And then it gives you the information how to go under. Please see below for the information. The username eCastillo at Yandex, and then a password Castillo 2019. Please change your password at your earliest convenience. And then it just says security questions. County you reside in, something.
Okay.
But I'm basically reading out the second page right now.
I'm just saying we don't have it.
Is that what you're
Well,
looking at?
let's
They're
go
looking through the file right now.
back to basics here. Mr. Castillo, you have another minute. You have another minute. There's an offer on the table from the district of $40,000.
No. Oh, 40, yes, 40, I'm sorry.
You gotta that's not right.
That's pretty much all I have. It's just I have my proof right there of that application for the Government Home Association and pictures of the damages of the inside of the house, the ceilings, the walls. Like I said, that I got electrical issues. I'm basically just letting you guys know what's all wrong with the property. That's why.
I looked at the pictures.
That's my answer. And basically on the pictures, on the ceilings, if you look at the ceiling, since it's a double wide mobile home, you cannot sheetrock that just that area because it's not going to match to the rest of the house. So in order to fix that, you would have to redo the whole ceiling because it's a manufactured mobile home. You can't just do one patch.
Right.
So
Okay.
it would cost money to
All right.
Okay.
fix it the way it's supposed to be.
I'll let you know.
Okay, do you have anything else to add?
No, sir.
Okay. Who's that?
Okay, so now the district has 4 minutes.
I don't doubt that Mr. Castillo is telling the truth. There's some paperwork that isn't there, but it falls in line with a home that probably is gonna be torn down and there's gonna be
Okay,
a GLO home in the spot.
okay.
Sometimes in this job, you just take people's word for it and he
You
doesn't.
said it under oath.
Give me 1 second. He seems like to me that there's no red flags going off in my head, so I'm not going to argue with him about it. I'm going to take him at his word. There's some value left in this thing. He's living in it. He is correct about the roof. This mobile home is not a sheetrock mobile home. It's got a different type of material inside, and I think the pictures show that. Again, I'm at 40,000. I'm at 40,000, and I hope he gets a house as soon as possible. You know.
All right, thank you.
Anything else?
Where are we, Cindy?
We're at, he get 2 minutes rebuttal and then it's closing.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Do you want to do it? Okay. And that's it, right? He doesn't have anything else?
Correct.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so now the appraisal review board gets 5 minutes to discuss this. I think,
Okay. I think the land should stay where it is.
Yeah.
And I think that we should put maybe a value of 5,000 on the property. I mean, on the mobile home, since it has to have a value.
yes,
Right,
and
so
they.
40
And he is living in it.
Right. So the,
And that would leave a value of 31,750 altogether.
How did you get the 31,750?
Leaving the land where it is and move the mobile home to $5,000.
Oh, I see one.
Because they will not give you one of those GLO homes, unless your home is done. It's gone. Literally. So that's why, I mean, I think that's fair because possibly he is living in it. So, okay, so we'll put a little 5,000 value, but he's not living like a normal person lives in a home.
No.
So we'll put 31,750 to me sounds fair.
Okay.
I take the 40 for the district office.
Well, I'm gonna make my motion, let's see if it passes, okay? Number 55085, taking into consideration the incorrect appraised market value, I make a motion that we lower the 2020 value, $31,750.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Castillo.
Yes, ma'am.
The value put on your property for 2020 is $31,750. You'll get something in the mail that'll restate that for you, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
And then also in the stuff you'll get in the mail is that there's information about a survey about working with the appraisal review board. We would appreciate it if you would fill that survey out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're done.
Thank you,
All right,
sir.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
I know.
You too.
Hearing is closed.
God.
There's a thing here, Charlie.
Alrighty.
There's a case 1042.
All right, bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And our evidence here, y'all have, I have our evidence, but I don't have anything else.
What case is it?
1042.
Also, yeah, 1042.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
So it's just your evidence, huh?
So what does that mean exactly? Does that mean it?
We did an in-person
Affidavit?
on this, so I think we're probably done, but Val is who could tell us. Or Beth.
Okay.
Who's that? On the 130?
Or Scott. Scott, can you tell us?
On the 130 docket, I don't even see it.
Woo!
Usually if they don't have anything,
Oh,
it
I
means it's
see
gonna be
it,
an in-person.
1042. It's on the bottom of page 2.
Yeah, it's there,
But it seems
but
like
there
she
is no
said,
protest form and there is no evidence.
it seems like she
There's nothing to go with it.
said 3 at the 130, but I could be wrong.
I thought you said that.
You know, it's not something that's super frustrating, but, you know, we need to handle it the next day or two.
Right.
Let me go ahead and read it.
Okay, sure. This one is reasons for protest. This is where they're requesting it. Yes. So
Alright.
that is all of the hearings for the 130 docket.
That's it, right?
So I have a, if you want to listen, it's not necessarily a letter that's directed towards you, but it is relevant to you, and I want to ask your opinion about something. And you may need to, you know, put it before your council to actually rule on it, and that's okay too. So we received a late protest from O'Connor Associates. That's not really the issue, because that gets trumped by the fact that the owner filed a timely protest. So you have an owner that filed a timely protest, and then you have an agent that filed a late protest
For the same property.
for the same parcel. So in our opinion, the property owner prevails for having it in timely. He or she did have it in timely. So the next question, the follow-up question is that the property owner filed the protest and marked a certain thing, and then the agent marked multiple things for protest. Now that's the question that I would like you to pose to your council and to see what you can rule upon. And whenever we do,
So we haven't heard this protest.
you have not heard this protest. You have not heard this
It's a
protest.
scheduled protest.
It has not even been scheduled as of yet.
So the agent's gonna do it.
Do we have an agent of record on file?
Yes, they were the agent of record, so.
Yes, so the
they
agent of
would have been
record was on
notified.
file, that's correct, the agent of record was on file. So on protest A is the owner, and they marked one thing. On protest B is the late protest that was marked by the agent, and it has multiple things. I think that should be posed to your attorney, and then maybe you just tell us what he counsels you to roll on.
Okay, I can do that. I mean, I think the simple answer is that the property owner's protest trumps the agent.
I think so too.
Well, it came in first. I mean, that was the whole issue with
Yeah.
the protest and the affidavit.
It's not
The-
timing,
the-
it's not
the-
the issue. What they take on the
I mean,
protest.
The
No,
wrinkle,
no, no.
the wrinkle,
The timing of the fact that the protest form comes in first,
Right.
that's why it trumps the affidavit because, so my point is, the homeowner did it first.
Right.
That trumps the
They're
other
all
guy.
agree on.
They've- well, I want to say is that they're both protests, one's not an affidavit, they're both protests. The one that was sent by the agent was sent to the 601 address, and that's the reason we received it as late as we did.
But when was it
Yeah,
postmarked?
but how late was late?
No, when was it postmarked?
Yeah.
Unable to deliver on 7/11 of 20, and then this says at 6/26 of 20.
So they still, the homeowner sent theirs first.
Again, it might be something you might want to run by with all of those things in question.
Okay.
I'm bringing it to your attention because it's a weird one.
Another question too, why would the agent be able to represent this person if they filed this late protest?
Anytime So if I have an appointment of agent and it's Ray Presley, but I send in a protest, my protest is no less valid than if Ray had sent his in a day after or 10 days after or after the deadline. Mine still has weight. And so the question is now because they're different and the different check boxes are different, that's really the question. Like this person, me as the owner would be timely. And so I get the right to be heard. Now, my question is, okay, so I talked about, just say hypothetically, I talked about an ag exemption being denied. Hypothetically. But my agent says market value unequal and all these other things. Now, what are you obligated to hear? Because that's my question. This one is late and this one was timely. So.
All right, well, let's find out.
But I don't think, I think what you're asking is, because
Good
it
afternoon, hello, this is how may I help you?
All right,
sounded
Charlie
like you
Connors
said
calling. Is Skip Hackle
O'Connor
available?
that he would get,
Thank you.
He's gonna get the hearing.
right, but not if he did it, not if the homeowner had not done it on time, he wouldn't get it late.
Correct.
That would be.
You're saying if O'Connor,
Is Skip available? This is Charlie Powers calling.
you're saying an agent automatically gets a.
I'm saying that would be for you to decide whether you would grant the late hearing. I mean,
Oh.
No, we wouldn't automatically do it, Cindy.
I mean,
No, I know,
Hold
that's,
on.
never mind, just never mind.
I'm confused now.
It's all good, don't be, it's all good.
Yes,
Mr. Ingles got someone in his office, can we return your call?
yes, you may.
Okay, at what number?
361-205-6757. Do you have any idea how long it might be?
It's gonna be a good while, so it'll be later this afternoon.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
it'll have to be. Yeah, that's okay.
okay.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
You're not sitting with the popo.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, it's always strange when a person, like I would say, I give Ray all authority to do my stuff. And then if, it would be really awkward if I didn't turn in a protest and Ray turned his in late, then my issue would be with Ray,
Right,
you know? But the fact is that I said that Ray could do my stuff and then I turned in a protest, my protest is still valid.
no, absolutely, I was trying to, never, I'm fine,
Okay.
it's,
Yeah, and the other thing to that is like in my scenario, up until the time of the hearing, you would give notice to Ray because I would have already said Ray's handling my stuff. And then the day before the hearing, I revoke Ray as my agent, and then now I'm at the hearing. So all of those things can happen. It's just a weirdness of the system. I mean, it's just the way it is. I have the right to protest until I give it to somebody else, and I have the right to revoke it up until the time of the hearing. So,
who's their agent with O'Connor?
oh, I don't know. It's just, I don't know this particular property. I mean, and we get protests from like it may be an administrative assistant at
Got it.
the name on there. The name that was signed was Patrick O'Connor. I mean, that's the
There you go.
head guy. So, but it's one of those little stamper deals. It's like when you see my name that's sideways. Mike Soto signed this. Probably not. I probably didn't sign that, but that's all right. It's all sideways, wonky. All right.
Do we know what we have at 3?
We have two possibilities. They should be in person. And we just won't know until,
There's 3 cases
Oh,
listed, is one of them not gonna happen?
right. One was withdrawn yesterday.
Oh, which one was that?
Oh, perfect.
That was, I have to look at. the
The only
document.
two left are 1709 and 1355 on here.
Yeah, that's the two I have.
Oh, so
Okay, wait, and I'm sorry, Charlie, which two did you
I
say?
think it was
1709,
Bush.
There's
1355.
only two listed, so
Angela?
last name Bush withdrew. Yes.
Bush
Oh,
Yeah,
withdrew.
it finally came to me.
came through. So we only have two possibilities.
Cool.
It's weird how these
No, three possibilities.
tablets, when you open another file for a split second, the other file is still sitting in place. That's such a weird
You
thing.
hold your finger down on it, it goes.
Ah,
Finally it
nice,
stops.
nice. That's what happened to me earlier, was it was still the holdover from the previous case.
That happens, it's
And so I'm
annoying.
sitting here looking at it, and I didn't realize that the documents were right there. So I was like trying to buy time, I was talking
Oh.
slower and just,
You
but then
have
it
to back
finally
all the way out
started.
of- You have to back all the way out of it and then go back in again.
That's-
It happens all.
I mean, now
the
that I know it,
Kathy, sometimes it does, like
Sometimes it
today,
doesn't.
mine, I went back out 3 times before it finally.
What's that?
yeah,
I'm gonna go print those orders for you
Oh,
to sign,
okay.
the ones that we have so far.
Thank you.
I didn't have a chance to look ahead of time. So I just didn't
Aggravating.
know. Yeah. Yeah, but it's kind of nice having everything right there, right?
I like the paper. The
Yeah.
other day when we all got the paper, I was like,
Like
Oh.
that better?
yes,
Oh,
I
I
did,
don't. Oof.
I did. I'm just an old soul.
No. So she said these are either could be here or they're affidavits or what?
That
She
there's
say?
possibly walk-ins. That's what she said. They're supposed to be in person.
They're supposed to be. This week went by fast. Non-work day. Hey.
Well, for you.
Yeah. I mean, I got stuff to do at home, I piled up all over the place. But here. Show up early.
It doesn't feel right to still be doing this in August.
Right.
It doesn't feel right to still have all these cases for August. It seems like we're running late.
We start
This is the
September.
latest I ever remember being.
Hey Elizabeth, this is Cindy Duck. I just wanted
It's always
to
been
confirm,
too.
is it
done like that.
at 2:00 tomorrow or 2:30? Sorry. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.
So what day is it you're gonna be gone? You take a call into school?
Yay. Yes, I'll be gone the 17th and the 18th. And Charlie's gonna be
When
gone.
is our last day?
Huh?
When is our last day?
Well, they moved it another week and a half.
Not until September.
Holy smoke.
How do you
Yeah.
fix it?
Because I'm leaving on the 20th.
You'll be fine though.
Oh,
Tell us again
put new
so we can
straps
all
on?
write it down, Ramon. I mean, I've got it, but tell them.
I'm leaving on the 20th. I'll be gone through Sunday.
But the 20th is
That's good.
Thursday, right?
Yeah. And we're supposed to have a full day that day, I guess.
Yeah, so you're just gone that one day.
Yeah. And I have to be gone on Monday.
Next Monday?
Yes. Please and thank you.
Okay, see you there.
This
Bye.
Monday you'll be gone?
You're gone the 18th, 17th, 18th?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Cindy. Cindy's 17th and 18th.
I'm gone Monday and Tuesday.
17th and 18th.
Yes.
And then-
Charlie will be gone Tuesday, the 18th. I don't remember.
13th.
I have something on the 18th.
Yeah, it's not that wrong.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, I will be here on the 18th.
You gonna be gone all day? Don't you, Robert, have something? You have something?
I've got, no, I'm.
This is the 13th. Oh, the what?
13.
Okay.
This coming Thursday.
On the 18th, I may be back in the afternoon. We have a
Okay.
dentist appointments up in Refugio in the morning.
Scary, no.
If I have something on the 18th also on my information, because that we couldn't have, it wouldn't be three of us here.
Yeah, so next week, Charlie, let's see, Robert's out and Charlie's out on the 13th in the AM.
Who's out?
Okay,
He said he may be gone all day,
oh, okay,
and Robert's gone all day.
all day, on the 13th.
You're the 17th and 18th.
I'm out the 17th, the 18th.
Ramona's-
Charlie is out
Yeah.
the 18th in the morning.
Did you say you'd be here in the afternoon, or you might be here in the afternoon?
I might, I hope I am. The appointments are in Refugio at,
And then Ramona's gone the 20th,
Which
At
is
9 o'clock.
Thursday.
Thursday.
it's 9 o'clock in Refugio and they're for both of us, so it's 2 hours.
So you may make it, who knows?
Yeah,
So Ramona's out the 20th, which is,
And Monday.
and Monday? Oh, yeah,
This coming Monday.
oh, this Monday, the 10th.
Yes.
I'll know. what's going on.
Well, is it something fun? Maybe I'll be gone too.
No, it's a doctor appointment. It won't be fun.
Okay. Can I just run away for a little while? Okay, so Ramona out. So Val, does Val know about Monday, Ramona?
No,
Ramona's out all day Monday.
Okay,
Got my note, right?
I did. 17th and 18th.
And then Ramona also be gone the 20th.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
That's all day. Do you want me to write it on a sheet of paper?
Sure. And then on the 13th, Robert and Charlie are gone.
Yes. Robert, all day. Charlie's out definitely in the morning, maybe all day, maybe just the morning. But
that Monday, it's the 17th. Is that when you're going to be gone, Cindy?
yes.
Yeah, I have to be, I have to do payroll in the morning, so.
The only one who's out, so you better say right, okay, so I'll write you down for the 17th in the morning to be out, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
That's the Monday, right?
Yes,
That's all for now.
because she's always out on Monday morning.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
The 13th, what day is the 13th?
13th is a Thursday. Tenth. All day. I'm putting you down for all day on the 10th.
Yes.
13th. It's Robert all day.
17th is. Ramona's all day on the 17th.
17th in the morning, she won't be here. And I won't be there all day. I can get Val to make a copy of this after I write it out.
I wrote it all down.
Okay.
I just gotta check on an appointment that I have. So I can do anything.
I know, going into August is
So
creating
my
some
son's
problems.
look in the book and see.
Well, I moved all this stuff into
I know.
August and September,
I know.
assuming that we were gonna be done in July.
I know.
I mean, can't do anything about it now. You moved it once. You got one postponement. Then you're in the next,
After that,
after that, you're in the
you're
next
not
year.
granted anything.
You're in the next year.
You have to wait till, that's right, till next year this time.
Hey, can you look in the appointment book for next week and the week after? Yeah.
Oh, man, I just thought of something.
What?
Very interesting. Because if somebody got land, not any specific case, but if somebody got land in 19, that was after the hurricane, that whole GLO home issue and everything.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking the same thing.
Seriously. You and I should
Mhm.
sign up for 'em, Ramona.
We're good, you know?
Actually, you're right. I'd
You
rather
know, we're blessed.
not have to deal with another government entity.
No.
So I might kill the next one.
The appointments are written.
Mr. Cisneros arrived early. He is here.
Yay.
I can't hear you, what?
So if it's all right, I'll go ahead and check him in.
It's just peachy.
Yes, I
Can you tell me
thought
what's
so.
written down?
1709,
Sounds good.
page 4.
Hello?
You're gonna check it in?
Yes, sir.
That takes a couple of minutes.
It does. You have that.
Good, thank you.
Are you there? Yeah, I need to go. I'll have to call you back. I just want to know what's written down for appointments. Yeah, okay, anything else? When you go to quorum? What day is that? What day? At what time?
So Ramona,
Yeah.
the 17th, I wrote that you're gonna be morning for sure, you'll be gone, maybe all day. So I'll leave you that
That's the
option.
only thing written down?
Ray, do you have PID?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's on the 14th.
Did she hear me or not?
I heard you. I was sitting here thinking that this is, you know, I'm not used to this running all these months.
Oh, that's a board meeting, yeah.
I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to you.
What day is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just put me down for all of the 17th, because that way, I know I have stuff I have to get done.
Yeah, okay.
I'll talk to you when I get home. Okay. What are we doing once in a while? It's a phone call, what is it?
In person.
It's in person?
Yeah, and they're here early. Cisneros, I think she said.
Yeah.
Was that right, Robert?
That's correct.
1709.
Oh, good. the HEB building coming?
Yay.
This is the time of year when HEB has those cherries.
They've
They
been
last for
good.
a short period of time too. They're super good.
They've been real, I've already got a couple boxes
Yeah.
and they're very good. What are those cherries that are like really good.
Hood River,
Yeah,
Hood River.
yeah. It doesn't last very long. It's just a couple of months or 6 weeks or something, and then they're gone.
Okay,
So right in here
Robert, mask.
and to your right over here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Cisneros.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hello, how are you doing?
Just fine.
Mr. Cisneros, we have some administrivia to go through before we get started.
Okay.
Just follow along. I may have a few questions along the way.
Okay.
We're opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1709. Account 64345. This hearing is being recorded. We are the appraisal review board that will be hearing your protest today. Mr. Cisneros, the board is Robert, Cindy, Kathy, myself, and Ramona via Zoom.
Okay.
Ray is the district representative. We are the board who will be hearing your protest. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. Survey may be completed using a survey form and emailed to ptad.communications@cpa.texas.gov or online at surveymonkey.com/r/survey-arb. Survey is voluntary. We certainly appreciate it if you take it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. Do we have all of your evidence?
Yes, I didn't bring anything.
Okay, very good. ARB members who are considering your protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. I, Charles Pryor, do solemnly swear I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F.
I, Cindy Duck, do solemnly swear I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66F.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66F.
I, Ramona LeBlanc, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of tax code section 41.66F, and I'm signing to that effect, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I'm witnessing Ms. LeBlanc's signature via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
So, Mr. Cisneros, if you will state your name and then read this statement there.
Okay, I, Oscar Cisneros, do solemnly swear to affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County is true and correct.
Thank you, sir.
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear affirm that the testimony I shall present to the appraisal review board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Mr. Sin, do you have a license to be an appraiser in the state of Texas?
No.
Okay. Just under your left hand, there is a chart that shows the procedure we're going to follow during the hearing. All right. Would you like to go first, or would you like the district to go first?
You all can go first, that'll be fine.
Right?
This property is 64345. It is vacant land, and it is located between two roads. It fronts Sammy Henderson and Ruby Allen. It's located in the south central Rockport, I think is our, let me see the neighborhood here. It's Manning Southwest.
Wait a minute. Protest form has other check, but the wording is value.
Correct, yes, right, thank you, Charlie. The protest form does have other checked, and taxable value should, it talks about that the property doesn't have a septic system, water, or electricity. I do not believe that taxable value should increase.
Right.
So we'll just look at value here on this evidence package. Scott, let's go ahead and show the picto so that everybody can get an idea of what we're talking about. And you could maybe zoom out a little bit so that we can see, and I'll try to give everybody a frame of reference of where this is at. You may not know exactly where this is at.
Let me turn it to north facing.
Sure. The easiest way to do this is for you to see 12th Street, which is just a little bit to the south there.
What's the street right below it?
9th Street, you may not use that road too often. Scott, can you show them 12th Street? But 12th Street is right there. 12th Street goes from Business 35, right there by the marina, MacPort or whatever they call it now, Cove Harbor. You know, and 12th Street goes all the way through to the bypass.
Oh, at Aransas Pass?
It's in Rockport. That's the Cove Harbor Marina. And his property is right over here. And the two roads on each side, to the east is Sammy Henderson, to the west is Ruby Allen. Ruby Allen is a dirt road. This is the Manning area, and we call this Manning Southwest. Under protest is value, especially from the point of view that nothing has happened. There's not any septic, electric, or utility to the property yet. The value went up. You'll see here that this is on Sammy Henderson. There's a 1700 block of Sammy Henderson on the 2000 block of San Antonio Street. And also in the Manning Southwest area, there's a land sale for $62,000 that happened on January the 2nd of 2020. Don't see that too often. There's in the 400 block of South Burn, which is the Manning Market area, and this Manning Market area is further north. That block number there would actually be on the north side of Corpus Christi Street. Sold for $65,000. It's a 15,000 square foot lot. It's half the size. It's in a better area. The lot that sold for $62,000 on the 2000 block of San Antonio is nearly the same size. It's actually a little bit smaller. So then we come this way.
Is that near him, Roy?
That is, and I'll show you, we can look at the map here and I'll try to get some reference points for you to know. But yes, so the 2000 block and the 1700 block are going to be about 3 blocks apart. And
okay.
Sammy Henderson and Ruby Allen are to the east of the city streets, Dallas, Fort Worth, and San Antonio. But they all run to each other from Corpus Christi Street to 16th Street, give or take.
Okay.
There's a break, and not all the roads pass through. So comp number 3 is 2300 block of San Antonio. This is a little bit further south, but it's still in Manning Southwest. So this is a 7,000 square foot lot, sold for $30,000. Indicated value, median value on this thing is $33,740. We raised the land value in this area. That's it.
Sir, you have 2 minutes to cross-examine and then 5 to present, so you have a total of 7 minutes.
My question was that from 2019, the value was 22,050, and it jumped up to 31,500. And I'm just, my question was, what did y'all see that caused that value to go up when nothing has been done to the, I mean, we haven't made any improvements.
So, an appraisal district changes land values or values in general. We change them in mass. So we change, it's better to think about us adjusting values in hundreds and thousands of properties at one time than changing values on one. In fact, we're really not supposed to be walking around just changing values on one thing. We change them in areas. So you're part of, say, let's say this is part of 500 properties of this Manning Southwest. We would study the sales that I've presented here. We would find out how far off we are by percent, like say 80%. Let's say when a sale happens, we have 80% of that sale. If it sells for $100,000, we think it's worth 80. Then we increase that area by 20%. Whether or not you do anything, you don't even have to mow it. You don't have to do anything, and we're gonna raise your land value. And then the state, not the local entities, but the state will study our work and grade us and tell us how we did. That's how appraisal works in this business. So your land value went up and you didn't do anything.
Sorry?
Your land value went up, but you didn't improve your land.
Right.
It just went up because people are paying more for land now than they used to. And I would add, I was gonna add when my thing beeped over there after talking about these sales.
Yes, sir.
This area, are you pretty familiar with Rockport? If you frame in your mind Market Street
Yes.
and 16th Street, and you button it up with Business 35. So you know what I mean? So you're creating a little box. You got Market, you got 16th Street, and you got 35. That area is being bought. It's just, people are buying that area up. It's sort of like it was very low valued land at one time. And so now the owners who own the land out there, now it's not as easy to hold land out there anymore. It's gonna be more difficult financially to hold on to that land. So,
Okay.
that was a long answer, but.
The comparables were, they also didn't have any improvement done either, right? Is that correct?
I think the best thing to do for that would be for us to look at them, which we can do. So comp number one comp to look at, Scott, is 66564. This is a sale. Wait, did I say that right? 66564?
No,
5, 6.
Yeah, no, comp number 3, 66564. I just went backwards. So that is 66564, and it sold in June of 19. So if we go to 19, Scott, look at it. Which pick? Oh, you're on. Are you already on 19?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it had utilities and sold for 7,000 square feet for $30,000. So $23,000 of that is land. So it roughly sold for $3 a square foot, a little bit over. It was right around $3 a square foot.
And how much is his?
His is $1 a square foot. 30,000 square feet. Okay, so the other one, Scott, is 56466. There's a piece of land. This one sold January 2020. This sold for 62,000. So this sold for $2 a square foot. Actually, a little bit more than that.
does it have utilities on it as well?
It does. It has utilities also. It has, to our knowledge, there is a septic tank on that property.
Square.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it, but it's actually not. It's actually a little bit smaller.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's just a different shape.
Yeah.
Right. But
And the one on South Vern?
the one on South Burn is half that size, and
Right,
it does not have utilities.
it does not?
No, but I want to, make sure that I say it's a much more desirable property. It's sold for one on Vern is much more desirable. It's 65,000 for 15,000 square feet. We didn't get close to it. Our opinion of value is $38,000. Right now, we're just slow to move over there. But anyways, we'll probably pay for that one. But yeah, it's just a piece of land. And it's further to the north.
Any other questions that you have?
No, I think that's the answer to my question that I had. That's the only question that I have with the, what changed.
Yes, sir.
And I understand now that you do a block of,
We do, yes, sir. That's correct. We're doing big sections at a time.
Okay, so, now the district has, 2 minutes to cross-examine.
I
And then.
don't have anything.
Okay. And then, sir, you get another 2 minutes. If there's any questions that'll help you understand this, now would be the perfect time to ask.
no, I think he explained that pretty well.
So, both of y'all also get a closing. So Ray, you get, 1 minute.
Yeah, this area historically has been a very low valued area. And so we have changed values over here. And the sales are much higher over here now than they've ever been. And one of the things that's happening is lots of people are buying stuff and putting some utilities on there and parking their RV there instead of staying in a park. Then they can sell it when they're done and they don't pay rent at the park. It's just for some people, that's a good financial move. And so, and it has a very slick location to Cove Harbor, which is the thing around here. That's our thing.
Okay, so sir, this is your last 1 minute to, say something.
I appreciate all of y'all's time to meeting with me and explaining that to me. That makes me understand it a little bit better that y'all go through to make these appraisals. I'll stand by whatever y'all decide.
Okay.
Okay, so, now we get 5 minutes to discuss, so this is $1 a square foot, basically.
Let me look and make sure.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
It's $1.05.
$1.05, okay.
And it's actually less than the average sales value of 33,740, so
I know.
Yeah.
I think we should
I
leave it.
mean, I think,
Fairly valued.
I think
Yeah.
it's very fairly valued.
Yeah.
Because of what we saw from the district.
Yes.
So, on account number 6, Ramona, did you have anything?
No, I agree with y'all.
On account number 64345, taking into consideration the possibility of an incorrect appraised market value and any other issue which might affect the total value of the property, I make a motion that we leave the 2020 value the same at $31,500.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you very much for participating. We hope you answered your question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cisneros.
So much. And also, you'll get something in the mail that'll just restate, okay? And then also, Miss Val right there, she can, there's a survey that's available about your opinion of how it all went with us, the appraisal review board. And we'd really appreciate if you take a minute and fill that out, and she can show you where that is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So are these the areas out in all of that where they're like as the city takes them in, are they putting the utilities out there?
No.
No,
But you can see. this-
because
not- not
usually that's
talking
part
about-
of the deal, they
Not
have
talking
to.
about the property, but you can see the lines are just, or as an example.
The green.
Green
The
line.
green line is the city limits. And you can see that's the south donut hole. It's that whole area is in the south donut hole.
So the city has like
The
a
outside.
corridor on the left-hand side, where the things in the middle, where the county, and then the city's on both sides.
Yeah,
The city's on both sides.
yeah. This is city corridor here, and then it comes down Market Street here.
Oh, so
This is
he's
all
in the
city
county
here.
section.
This is county. It's
Oh, that's
all
the county.
municipal.
Got it, okay, I misunderstood, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I thought it was the other way around.
Insanity.
Well, it's insanity that they were able, it was interesting, I should say, that they were able to continue to get more things outside because it had been
15
deemed
minutes.
that they had to incorporate more of the donut hole before
Do we have
they
another one?
incorporated
said-
more outside.
The other person hasn't shown up, but it's only now 2:55.
That's the other donut hole.
So they have until
Where?
what,
Right
3:15?
The
there?
north end. This is Market Street right here.
Yes,
Because the way they talked about it is that the city was getting the gateway to the city. Is
Right.
what they wanted when they did that latest annexation of the 35 and Market Street
right,
there. And so
the-
this
the
is,
green
this
the
is left,
county? That's-
this is, it's, the green is generally, this is city in this area here.
Oh, okay.
County is here, and county is out here, and county is down here. But the city extends, like right here, the city extends and keeps extending down here,
Oh, all the way,
and this is city out here too.
almost to around.
This is city to right here.
What street is that?
That is, I know it's Monkey to the west. It is Freeze Lane.
there for a second.
It's Freeze goes this way,
Breeze,
Freeze Lane, yeah.
Oh, it's Freeze Lane?
Yeah. That's where it ends there.
now what's that white road that curves, yeah, that.
This is Coastal Wildwood.
Elsewhere. Yeah, I've never driven in there. It's really pretty.
It's nice.
Beautiful homes.
Coastal Wildwood, and it backs up, the end of it backs up to Circle W RV Park is right there.
Ah,
Just, I mean, that gives you a little perspective where it is. And then it's very close really to 35
yeah,
out here. Because when
It's
you
hard
see
to-
these
it's hard-
properties here, there's a, you
You
know,
didn't know it was there, you wouldn't know it was there, you know, it's one of those places, but it's really very nice.
and the way you get to it is by going out where?
Spring and Lamar are the roads here. You come back off like Portia, or you can go here, Freeze Lane. You can run right here, zip this way, and then this, I believe, is Spring Lane. Right here, that's Spring.
Okay.
And you take it out, and then it becomes, this is technically Lamar right here. That's Lamar, and it really becomes this thing. Theoretically, this road and this road are the same road. They're not, because you can't go from here to here. But Spring becomes Lamar right there, where theoretically that connects. Again, that was probably an idea someone had. And you continue out
There's
Lamar.
an entrance like a, you know, it's like a gated community.
And it's
right-
called what?
Coastal
Coastal
Wildwood.
Wildwood.
And they're like multiple acre home sites. Lots of them have like a water tank of some sort, like that or that or that. And they're building new
I
homes
think,
out
I
there.
think one of them or two of them have horses. I believe. They're beautiful.
I mean, some of them, there's one of them that's a 10-acre site. This
Yeah.
one right here is like a 10-acre site.
It was really slow being developed, and I think it still is, but there's homes that are out there are really nice.
Interesting.
We don't see them because most.
Right.
Within the last couple of years.
Well, and look at them, they're probably under trees too.
And people don't think, we've got like 17,000 properties, and it seems like a big subdivision because it's a lot of land, but it's really not very many parcels.
No.
I mean, there's not very
Because they're
many
big.
out here. I mean, each of these is a couple of acres, and you see, I mean, there's, I don't know, 50 of them maybe.
I don't know.
May not even be 50.
Yeah, there may not be, there may be 25 even. It's
Yeah,
not a
but
lot
not that many.
because it's
built on.
just this area right here.
Who's the genius that couldn't connect the two roads?
I don't know. This is old. This is old. This is an old deal. And like, there's actually, what's really weird is there's a house right here that has this piece of land. And as you see, I think that will cooperate. Zoom down in here. As you can see,
That's a
that
house.
road ends and there's a house right there. And then their driveway,
Is on the other one.
yeah, their driveway is actually on Spring,
Oh,
but their
for
house
Pete's
is on
sakes.
Lamar. And so you actually go like that.
Looks like it's kind of one of those Al
So you can-
Johnson deals. I mean, as far, out
Like a big piece of
their
property.
house out there in Lamar, how the road goes. And
Yeah.
Interesting.
I get lost. Okay, that area out there. Like, I can figure out how to get out of there, but
Now, look,
don't normally know how I got in there.
it looks like when I bought the second property on Lake Travis, I bought it from an old boy who lived on the property. It's 1,500 acres with a lot of waterfront. And
Where was it? Here?
No, in Lake Travis.
Oh.
And we made friends with him. And we were sitting there on the porch one day. We lived on the lake, but on another part of the lake. And he said, "You're nice folks." He said, "You want some property out here?" I said, "Sure." So we walked across his encampment, where he had his house, old house, stone house. He walks out his gate and he says, "How do you like this?" Well, it was 3 acres, double waterfront. It was on a peninsula, went all the way across the peninsula. And I said, "Well, looks fine. It's great." He said, "Okay." So he goes inside and he writes up a contract. And it says, "From the corner of my gate to the rock on the shore, to the cedar tree, about 250 feet away, up across to the next big rock." Right? He writes this out. And he gives me the price. And I said, "Oh, okay." So I wrote him a check. This is a Sunday afternoon. And I go into the bank the next night. We were at the Bank of the Hills at the time in Cedar Park,
I'm
Tenapop.
sure they were thrilled to see that contract.
And I laid the contract. I had a banker, who's a friend of mine. He did business with me. I laid the contract on the table, and I laid my checkbook on the table, and I said, "We have a situation." He said, "What's that?" I said, "Well, I just bought a piece of property with money I don't have. It's a simple thing." And he says, "Well, what did you buy?" I says, "Right there in the contract." He picks it up and he looks at it. "I don't want to know. Here, take it away. Don't want to know."
How did you get that title to you?
Huh?
How did you get that title to you?
We got it surveyed.
Oh, yeah. That's-
We got it surveyed.
But they can survey it easily to that rock, to that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the survey,
We got it surveyed from the rocks to the trees, to the fence, to the gate. And that passed muster as a title company.
Yeah, because you'd have to have title to it, so you could sell it at some point, obviously.
Yeah. So
But contracts can be a lot
That
of things.
sounds like something you
Yes.
would have done, out in the Wild West somewhere, from this, creek to that.
yeah, right.
We received this year, I had gotten some information from people who were protesting properties, again, I won't talk about any specifics, but people protesting things and they're saying, I haven't gotten, this is not worth anything because my only offer I've ever gotten on this is for $833. And I'm like, that's just oddly specific, you know, and we happen to own a lot in the same area. And we got a letter and it said, this is an offer, and it had offer language to purchase your lot for, in this case, my lot apparently is better because it was for like $857 or something like that. And if you signed it, you know, you could sign it and it would be a contract. And it was interesting. Apparently everyone in this entire subdivision got one of these, and the hope was that some people would bite on it.
Where was that?
It's in Holiday Beach, which, I mean, they're not expensive lots, but there was more than that.
Apparently in the state of Texas, anything you write down and sign represents a contract.
Yes.
You can make sure.
Yeah.
It's a contract. Doesn't matter.
And they do have some kind of wording saying that
You for so
that-
much money, blah, blah, that's,
Yeah.
it's a contract.
that you must own it free of encumbrances. I mean, there's some other things that you can't just say, sure, and you haven't paid taxes in 10 years on it.
Or you
I mean,
could have a lien
that,
on it.
you know, whatever, that they would basically, they have to check that out on.
Yeah,
But
it's pretty funny.
it just was interesting. It was just interesting though that
So somebody
they're
was trying
getting
to buy up all that land, is that right?
I don't think they're trying to buy it all up. I think they realize that there are frustrated people out there who are trying to sell some properties. And I mean, you're a real estate agent. I mean, do you really want to take a listing of a single lot on a
No, I
dirt
don't even
road?
want to go out there.
Okay. So there you answered the question exactly like I thought you would. You don't want to go out there. So if I said, hey, will you represent me and do my lot out there? You would
7
probably
more
just say no, because,
No, I'd take the listing
you know,
and I'd give it to one of the other agents.
but I mean, but them having it, I mean, but the reality of it, if you get full asking price on it, you know, your commission will not pay for your gas out there to go take care. And so that's kind of part of the difficulty where people find it difficulty to transact properties. The next difficulty becomes if you go to transact a property out there, it's not like the old days where you're always told, well, title insurance is 1% of the selling price, roughly. It's not. I mean, there's kind of a minimum of like, there's kind of like a minimum of like $1,000 that it is to do it. Well, if you're transacting a lot, again, is $833 offer. If you were to get title insurance on it, you'd be paying $1,833 for it.
Yeah.
But this guy, I guess this person, I don't know if it's a guy or anyway, this person doing this would not be doing that. They would not be getting insurance on them. And a lot of the properties won't transact that way. They will transact with just the person. Again, like how we did ours is we did not do that.
Was this signed by a Nigerian prince?
Not at all. I mean, this is a legitimate thing that they're wanting to do this, and they won't transact it through there because the transaction cost is so high. And so what they'll end up doing is just they'll file the paperwork with the county clerk themselves, you know, for free or for not for free, but for $25 a page, whatever it costs to do that. And people will do that, and a lot of properties are transacting like that. I mean, it's not as unusual as I thought it would
Did
be.
you sell yours?
No, we bought one like that. It's just,
Oh, you bought one?
yeah, just someone had come to us and just said, hey, we're looking to get rid of this thing. And I bought it. I do know where the lot is, but we didn't survey.
Why did you buy it?
Why, that's exactly what I was gonna tell you. Why I bought it is so I have access to the boat ramp over there. No, it's not on the water. No, it's a terrible lot on a little road. It's, you know, kind of thing, but no, I have access to the boat ramp there.
Oh.
So-
Ah,
If I
by
wanna go-
owning the piece of property.
And it's an inexpensive access thing.
Right.
And a lot of, I
Can you
mean,
leave a boat on it? Even leave a boat on that.
Sure, you could park one on there. I wouldn't. It's out in the middle of the field. I mean, it's just
Oh,
an open
yeah.
field. It looks, I mean, it's smaller, but it looked like that. You know what I mean? It looks like, I mean, it's,
So you don't really use it for anything?
no, not at all. I mean, again, I've
You
been
can
out
clear
to
it or
it.
do anything.
I know where it is, but I mean, it's not,
Did you put a mobile home on
that's
it?
not important. No, you cannot. There, I mean, it's restricted. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, we've seen properties go up there, but it's just this area up here. There are literally thousands of lots in this subdivision, and out in this area right here, there aren't trees, and it's sparsely built, and you know, there are areas where there are, as you see, all of these are little lots right here. They're 50 by 100 feet, and it's, you know,
So by owning
it
that,
could be that, or it could be that, or it could be that, or it could be that. I mean, they're all.
It just doesn't.
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't make that much difference. I mean, the thing is, that's the point of it is you pay a homeowner's fee, and it allows you access to the pier and the pool and the boat ramp, and
so people buy it for that reason.
some people do. Some people buy it because you can also get over here and be on the water over here on some of these other lots. But what I'm saying is that I think
It's a
everybody
buildable
in here.
lots. They're buildable lots.
Oh yeah, they're all buildable lots. Yeah, but the thing is, some people want them for that. Other people want to you know, there are houses built sparsely, but the point was that we got these letters mailed to us saying, I'll buy kind of any of these for $800. And
And do you have to pay a monthly fee for membership, homeowners fee?
you pay $50 a year.
Oh, that's a deal.
Yeah, so it's not,
Outrageous.
yeah. But as far as how much money comes in for the neighborhood association is, again, this will be important to you who's working with your neighborhood association. There's like 2,100 lots.
This is a bunch of lots.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
lot.
They're not
like-
all, but they're not
$50
all
a
owned.
lot for you.
They're all owned.
Oh, they're all owned?
Yeah, every one of these is owned. Every one of these is, I mean, you back out here and you can see how many lots there are in this thing. I mean, and, you know, and it covers all of these. It covers from here, it covers from there to there,
Yeah, Holly Beach is good. Just on the west side of.
here
of
to here,
35.
to here, to here,
77, whatever it is.
all that area, that entire thing.
That's all-
It's thousands of lots, and
That's the whole thing is Holiday Beach, right?
that whole thing is, yeah,
You know,
almost everything. Yeah, everything with the white numbers on it on the screen is Holiday Beach.
How populated, and I don't think I've ever even driven in there, is the east side.
that's Holiday
It's-
Beach?
Yeah, every bit of that is.
Whoa.
Because see, there's only water lots over here,
Yeah.
and then water lots in
And then
here.
aren't there some canal lots in there too?
Yeah, there's canal lots all in here, but there's
Yeah.
waterfront here and waterfront there, and then canal fronts here and here and here.
Done.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
That's
Second.
interesting.
So I'll second.
Bye, Ramona.
Bye, y'all have a great day.
Hold on, there you had a vote.
Did you get,
All
don't
in
forget to
favor?
look for the email.
See you Tuesday.
I will. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye, see you tomorrow night.